What's up, everybody? This is Eye on the Community. I'm your host, Sean Anthony. Up next, joining me is the Area Development Director for the United Negro College Fund, Mr. Steve Miller. Mr. Miller, welcome to the program. How are you today?
Sean, I'm blessed, man. Thanks for having me. We appreciate this opportunity to share with your listeners why UNCF is so important to community, the impact that we make for our local minority students who want to go to and through college, and the corporate partners that are looking for workforce diversity. UNCF, of course, provides college-educated talent from over 1,200 colleges all across the country. I think the most important thing to understand from the beginning is that UNCF scholarships, minority students go to any school that's a 2-year or 4-year accredited college. It doesn't have to be a historically Black college. Now, we support our 37 member institutions that are private, but we also support our over 103 historically Black colleges, which include schools like North Carolina A&T, Jackson State. Those schools are state schools, and they receive state and federal funds. So the work that we do to raise money to help students, it also supports our private institutions to keep them afloat in these very challenging times.
Awesome. And you say the UNCF invests in colleges and students. You know, we talked about the word investments. Some people want to know, what's the return on that investment? What successful outcomes could you say the United Negro College Fund point to its colleges and students?
Well, UNCF is the country's largest, most effective minority education organization. We help students get their college education that they need throughout the nation. We provide over 50,000 students who attend our 37 member institutions scholarship opportunities. We've provided over $5 billion of institutional and student support since 1941. $5 billion. So that investment goes directly to our organization, directly to our students. And we're the second largest supporter of minority students, only to the federal government. So the money that we raise helps, again, keeps our schools going, keeps our students going to and through college. So I think many people remember the old Lou Rawls telethons, but we've continued to grow past that. And here locally, of course, we're doing the Columbus Mayor's Luncheon on February the 17th at the Convention Center. So those funds support all of the work that we do. And I think it's just critical that families know and students know that we do have money, but you have to apply for it. And our scholarships are based on merit and need.
Now, I do want to touch on that luncheon coming up here in a few minutes, but pivot back to the importance of the support of the UNCF, the member historically Black colleges and university. Why is it so important to support United Negro College Fund?
Well, again, we support local minority students. We support kids all over the country, and the disproportionate number of African American students face obstacles in going to college and graduating from college. So we're trying to make sure that students have the money that they need, so they're not burdened by debt. We also provide opportunities so that they can have additional computers, food, housing. Those are all the things that we do. But also what people don't know is that we provide scholarship and internship opportunities that really support the students who are trying to go to school, but also the corporations that are looking for talent. So we scholarship a young person from high school to freshman to sophomore, internship in their junior year. They go back and graduate as a senior, and then they have opportunities from the internship to join an organization. Those organizations have a better opportunity to understand the capabilities and talent of that young person, young male, young female, that can really know a little bit more about their corporate culture before they come on board. So, we provide talent, to help.
That's awesome.
Companies grow and to help students grow.
Now, you mentioned internships, what I think is essential to the growth and expansion of one young person's career. Can you dive a little bit deeper as far as the wider impact as well? The difference that you guys make to students' abilities to go to and through college?
Yeah, the financial aid that we provide is essential to help local minority students because our students have been disproportionately impacted by COVID, social justice, economic challenges, racism, and the opportunity, especially on our historically Black colleges, is for those students to be in a culturally competent environment, generally smaller classes and campus where the professor might know if you're not going to class or be able to help you, or there's great history and legacy for our students who parents have gone to historically Black college, like mine. My grandparents went to historically Black college. So I'm third generation. So not just the scholarship piece, but we provide student professional development programs to help kids be prepared to stay in school and also be prepared to be successful in an internship for future employment. We also have student leadership conference that we do every year in Atlanta to help support kids and learn from each other and have corporate leaders feed in and present to these young people. We also have special programming for technology because technology is hot right now. We have a technology summit out in California, Silicon Valley, where all the Silicon Valley companies really get to pick the best and the brightest students in our program to launch their careers. We have special programming for people that are interested in healthcare. We have special programming for people that are interested in finance. We just had the largest corporate gift in UNCF's history, over $250 million from Fidelity. So they know that future talent is really locked inside of our community, and they've made a huge investment to support that. So we also have a new opportunity that I was fortunate enough to bring on board last year with DeVry. It's our first scholarship program that we're providing certificate programs for people that want to learn any number of programming that DeVry offers that are non-traditional 2-year or 4-year college. So that scholarship was started right here and is available for students all over the country. So there's just so much opportunity. We just want kids, families, counselors, community leaders to know that UNCF is available. And you have to go to uncf.org/scholarships to apply for scholarships. And I urge high school students that are seniors to start applying now, January, because I get calls all the time in August and September. Hey, I need money for school, but it's hard for me to respond at the last minute. Right. So you should, get that application in as early as possible and really understand that. Don't be discouraged by what you think you're going to get and what you're not going to get. If you don't apply, you're going to get nothing. But right. So, you got to get in the game and apply and go to our website and just look uncf.org. There's all kinds of information out there about scholarships, internships, programming, school history. And we also have a website for uncf.org/Columbus here in Columbus. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have all the tools that share things that are going on in the UNCF world.
Excellent. You touched on it a little bit, how you guys are actively involved in making sure that students get a better education before college. Dive a little deeper on that. Are there programs prepared, for high schoolers, or is this something that you would have to apply for outside of that?
Well, that's a great question, Sean. So UNCF does not historically provide high school programming. We're a college scholarship organization, but I provide information to schools, counselors, parents about the things that high school students need to do to be prepared to go to college. If you don't graduate from high school, I can't give you a scholarship. So there are some things that you need to do specifically to be prepared, working with your guidance counselor, taking additional classes, taking advanced classes if possible. So those are some things that we do. We've partnered with the Urban League in doing that. We've partnered with a number of churches. We also have in a broader scheme at our national headquarters, we do K through 12 advocacy. So we have national leaders that work for UNCF that work on Capitol Hill to make sure that Congress and our representatives are aware of all of the things that we're doing to support K through 12 support, because you can't make a doctor in college. You got to start making doctors in elementary school and middle school. So we're supporting advocacy, education, capacity building to help organizations, institutions, and communities be better prepared for opportunities that we can provide from a financial support standpoint.
Now, before we pivot, one more question. Does the UNCF help only African Americans?
That's a great question. We support primarily students and families whose household income is under $60,000. It's not exclusive to African Americans, because we do have a number of Hispanic students that we scholarship, Asian students that we scholarship, Island Pacificers, and of course some white students as well. But it's primarily based on your merit and your need. And of course, our focus is on our historically Black colleges, but we do scholarship kids to go to any school, and not just undergrad, graduate school, medical school, law school. There's money available for that. But of course, probably 90% of the students that we do scholarship are African American.
All right. Before we wrap up, Mr. Miller, talk to us about this luncheon that's going on February 17th at the Columbus Convention Center.
Yeah, we're real excited about that opportunity on February 17th, that the mayor is our host. We've done this for almost 10 years. Last year, we had the largest mayor's luncheon in the UNCF system. I think this year we're going to probably come in second, because Fort Lauderdale had an amazing event. But we've outgrown our past location, so we're excited to be at the convention center. We're expecting close to 700 individuals. You can purchase tickets online at uncf.org/Columbus Mayor's Luncheon, or we do have a number of corporate partners that are participating with us. Again, the mayor is our host. We're going to have a number of speakers that are going to participate nationwide, and Honda are our premier sponsors. We're going to honor our past school board superintendent, who is an HBCU graduate. Shannon Harden is going to participate in the program as well. City Council Pro Tem, he's an HBCU graduate. And we're going to highlight some corporate employers who have HBCU employees that work for them. And we're really excited about that. Rodney Dunnigan is our MC for WXYX. He's an HBCU grad. So, we try to make the HBCU connection as much as possible for the event. But we also, over the last couple of years, we've scholarship more kids to go to Ohio State than we have to Wilberforce. So we scholarship a lot of kids locally to go to school anywhere nationally. But this is a great event, and we hope everybody will come out and support us February 17th at the Columbus Convention Center. And we're looking for our largest turnout that we've had thus far.
How can people get information on how to participate in that luncheon?
Well, they can go to uncf.org/Columbus Mayor's Luncheon. We also have a uncf.org/Columbus website. We have a UNCF Columbus Facebook page. We have Instagram, Twitter, and what's the other one? Instagram, Twitter, and
Facebook's
Facebook. Yeah. So we have all the standard social media. Our office 614-221-5309. We're more than happy to answer any questions. We're still looking for sponsorship. We're looking for support. We're asking that students lean in, look at our website, start now preparing yourself for college. But really the most important thing for people to remember, Sean, is that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in.
There he is, Mr. Steve Miller. Definitely appreciate your time sharing this information
Appreciate
on Honor
you.
Community. Mr. Miller is the Area Development Director for the United Negro College Fund. This is Eye on the Community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye now.